stock race. So,
well, 50 laps, a very long distance, 31 cars, a great field of cars on hand to kick off the season for the R&R Street Stock Open. Corey Fanning and Ryan Waterman hit the restart box in turn number 4. The double greens come out, and we are racing here at the Icebreaker.
well, 2 of the regular Thompson Speedway Street Stock hot shoes starting right up front, and they're going to dice it out for the lead. And look at that. Ryan Waterman and Corey Fanning get together, and Fanning gets loose. Waterman on the inside, able to take the lead, but quickly up on the outside comes Derek Gluchacki in that number 10.
A lot of contact in street stock racing up and down the East Coast. You're going to see it. It's going to happen. One's in the wall already. Chaos out there in the opening circuit of the R&R Street Stock main event. Somehow they all keep it straight, and they're headed back down the back straightaway.
Starting to straighten out a little bit out front there. Ryan Waterman leading no doubt in the number 75 as he's got himself a 4 to 5 car length lead over Corey Fanning. Fanning now has a mirror full of that number 10, Derek Gluchacki, running in the 3rd spot. And just behind him, Shane Jenden in the number 7. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th running right together down the backstretch.
Down at the 3 and 4, Waterman goes up front. Here's the battle for 2nd. Fanning in the 11, Gluchacki the 10, Jenden the 7. As they come off of turn number 4. One car, of course, we're monitoring from the back. Pete, I think we should, is Ryan Lineum, who charged to the front in his heat, and all of a sudden had an issue, had to start tail end on the field. He's already worked himself up past 7, 8 cars, maybe 9, as he works the outside lane deep in the pack. His teammate, Derek Gluchacki, is under the 11 of Corey Fanning for 2nd.
Gluchacki, a regular runner in the late model division, also a regular runner in the American-Canadian Tour. Of course, Gluchacki will be in action in a couple of weeks up at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the American-Canadian Tour, but he is showing how he gets around Thompson Speedway, this time in a street stock in that number 10, 3-car battle for the 2nd spot.
Trouble
back. The caution flag is out.
Yeah, Aaron Plemons goes around in the 8. The Vermont native charged up right behind Lineum, so he's charged up some spots here as well. So we'll see if he's able to rebound. The pace car takes the left-hand turn, pulls in the infield. Green flag goes in the air. Sean Houlihan on the starter stand, and it is Fanning and Waterman side by side to turn 1.
Fanning trying to get a good launch out of turn 2 up there on the outside, trying to get that lead away, but Waterman powers down into turn number 3, down on the inside. Fanning trying to hang tough. Now he'll pull down behind Waterman to put the block on Jenden in the 7 and Gluchacki in the 10.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. It is Waterman and Fanning. 1, 2, Jenden's up to 3rd. Gluchacki settles 4th. Watson is 5th. On the field as they come down the back straightaway. Charlie Baldwin trying to work his way up to the 7th spot as they come off of turn number 4. He's taking a look to the outside. Andrew Gillis for that 6th position. Meanwhile, deep in the pack, and they are all jumbled up. Lineum's quickly, Pete, working his way up. He's all the way up to 12th. Started 28th on the field as we cross at lap number 6. Lineum up to 12th, looking for 11th off of 2.
Yeah, he is just picking them off in that number 19. Has picked up another spot. Now he'll go to work on Larry Barnett in the number 73. There's Lineum in that bright colored number 19. Working the inside of Larry Barnett, gets around and picks up another spot. Still on the move, going for another one on the backstretch.
And the caution's out.
Down out of this 50-lap main event for the R&R Race Parts Open Street Stock Feature Event.
Ready to rock. Pace car pulls in one more time. They thunder off of turn number 4, and the green flag is back in the air. Whoa, Waterman did not get a good initial launch. Gets a little bit better drive down the end of the front straightaway. Takes back the lead going down into turn number 1, but Fanning continues to work that outside lane. Now they're side by side off the corner. Oh, and they get in the wall.
Oh, they make contact, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Fanning and Waterman get together, and they continue. Fanning just pushes his way right through.
Drivers have been warned by the race director
that was a stern warning.
Next caution, you will be parked, and we'll bring on the next race. So we'll see what happens as they come to the green flag this time.
We are back underway as they go down into turn number 1, and Fanning did not get a good start. And Jenden took advantage, takes the lead as they come off turn number 2, but Fanning's right there in the back bumper, down the back straight. A little bit of contact there And that's going to allow Watson in the 35 to dive down to the inside. Battle for second as they go down into 3 and 4.
We haven't mentioned Watson till now, and he comes all the way up from a starting spot a little further back. He started in the 5th position and had been pretty quiet until this point. Now he's up to 3rd in that number 35 as he races down the backstretch.
Yeah, here comes Watson up to the 3rd spot. Gluchaki's comfortable right now. Whoop, never mind. Dives out of the inside. I was going to say he's comfortable riding right there for a minute. Trying to take the 3rd spot away as they come off of turn number 4. We're watching Charlie Baldwin, P2, has come up through the pack nicely. Started back in 10th. Quietly worked his way up to the top 5. And he's right in this battle there along with Andrew Gillis in the 77.
Yeah, Baldwin ran good in his heat as well. And he's working the outside of Derek Gluchaki right now. So Baldwin out of Pelham, New Hampshire, in that white number 2.
Trouble. Al Stone goes around in 3 and 4. Oh, that was close.
They're going to park these cars, let them cool off a little bit. Pace car wisely gets out of the way, and here they come. Green flag. What a start for Jenden on the outside. We'll lead him down into turn 1. Fanning will hold on to 2nd. And the battle for 3rd between Watson on the inside and Gluchaki on the outside in the number 10.
Down to 3 and 4 they go. A lot of contact there in the race for the number 2 spot already as they come off of turn number 4 back across the stripe. And it is Jenden out front as they put 10 laps up on the board. Fanning in 2nd. Gluchaki is 3rd. He's under heavy pressure from the inside lane. Watson down low. They go side by side for 3rd down the back straightaway. Behind them, Ryan Lineum's worked his way up from 28th. He started 28th in this field. He's up and battling inside the top 5.
Yeah, going at it with his team car there out of turn number 4. Those similarly painted 10 and 19 now working the inside. Corey Fanning stuck up in the 2nd groove. Lost the spot to Watson in the 35, to Gluchaki in the 10, and now Lyman working him over in the number 19.
Off of 4 they come, and they are side by side now for the 3rd spot as Lineum dives to the bottom of his teammate, trying to make quick work of the car that he helps work on as they come off of turn number 2. Not quite enough to get it on entry, but down the back straightaway, drives right back up to the door, side by side for 3rd down into 3.
That is the battle for the 3rd spot. Make just a little bit of contact there between 3 and 4. Anything goes when you're racing for position, and look out, little trouble here on the front stretch. That's Josh Girard in the 03 spinning around. Gonna keep the car running. If he can get back out onto the racetrack, and that's good. We do not need to go to caution. And makes it back out as the leaders cross the stripe. And that leader is Shane Jenden from Kingsborough, Mass. Out in front, Chris Watson in the 35. Watson from Kendustag, Maine in the number 35, being chased by Ryan Lineum in the 19 and Derek Gluchaki in the 10.
Off of 4 they come, 15 laps up on the board this time by 35 laps remain. And Lineum down to the inside of Watson. Caution flag is out. Car around in turns 1 and 2. Buffs and a hat and gloves, and I mean it's as if he's skiing up there, but he's standing in one place. Well, pace car is nice and warm. The driver in there, guarantee that. And the field of cars is warming up off turn number 4. Green flag goes in the air. Shane Jenden on the outside lane gets the jump. And that number 7 drives away again as the battle behind them for 2nd rages on between Watson, Gluchaki, and Lineum.
Yeah, Watson under attack by those team cars, and Jenden now seemed almost a little off the pace out of turn 2 and hammered in the back by Gluchaki. Jenden able to gather it back up, but he lost some ground to Watson, who's on the inside, and Watson's getting the push from Lineum in the 19. Trouble here out of turn number 4. The 23 of Cody Tripp goes around.
Yeah, it looks like Cody's going to get that machine rolling. Thank you, Cody Tripp. And he's down out of the infield, and the leaders are coming, so he's going to stay down to the inside of the racetrack as the field comes back off of turn number 4 across the stripe.
Oh, trouble for Watson.
Yeah.
In the 35.
Something happened there. Mechanical problems for Chris Watson, and he's going to take the hard left. He's not even going to make it to turn 1, so he's out of it, and here come the team cars now trying to make pressure on Jenden for the lead. as they go down into turn number 3. Lineum is right there all over him, and he's got Charlie Baldwin with him.
Yeah, Baldwin's trying to be the spoiler for that team to break up the 19 and the 10. Great race for the lead. Jenden loose through the first and second turn, and unfortunately they gobble him up with Lineum on the inside and Gluchaki on the outside, but the caution flag is out, so that move by those guys isn't going to count.
3 laps of the R&R Street Stock Open.
Pace car again, ducks down onto pit road, and we get ready to turn them loose. Here they come. Up to speed, green flag is in the air, and the drag race for the lead. Jenden will lead it down into turn 1. But Lineum hanging tough right there on the back bumper.
Yeah, down the back straightaway, they go down into 3 and 4. Lineum tried to look to the inside, decided to settle it in back behind as they drive into the corner, but he's right up on the back bumper of that number 7 of Shane Jenden as they come off of turn number 4. 18 laps are now complete. Gluchaki's got some front end damage, Pete. In the number 10, you can see the hood kind of buckling around and
missing a hood pin there, and
yeah.
Hopefully that'll stay down and he'll be able to stay in competition. His Lineum with a peak down underneath Jenden. Jenden trying to hold him off. Gets back on the throttle and will beat him across the stripe to lead that lap.
Off of turn number 2 they come. They'll line him with an advantage for a second. Downstairs, get a good run through the corner. Up to the side-by-side battle. Gluchaki's right with him as they go down to 3 and 4. Side-by-side for the lead. Looks like Lineum's in a good position here, Pete, to try to take it over as they come off turn 4. And as they hit the line at lap 20, Lineum's got the advantage.
Yeah, he will lead that lap. He's done well to hang tough down there on the bottom. As much as Jenden tries to hold him off, Lineum is clear and will pull up in front into a clear lead. Jenden will run second, and there's the battle for third between Baldwin and Gluchaki. Baldwin on the inside in that number 2, and we're under caution again. And Massachusetts driver in the number 77 is in the 6th spot. They're quickly out of turn number 4. Green flag comes out as the leaders did not want to leave anything to chance on the start. They were on it quick.
And it looks like Pete Gluchaki's hood has come up enough that he may not be able to see that well, and he's going to have to pull it down pit road. Tough break there for the second RLS performance car. They might have had a 1-2 shot again, and not going to be that way as he comes down pit road. Up front, Lineum is comfortable. Opens it up by 6-7 car lengths now on Shane Jenden as they come down the back straightaway. Lap 22 will go on the board when they come back to the stripe. This time by Charlie Baldwin is in third in the number 2, followed by Barnett. And the 77 of Andrew Gillis is in 5th.
Yeah, Gillis now taking a peek to the inside of Barnett in that race for position. And Gillis able to make the pass going down into turn 1 will pick up the spot. So Gillis up to 4th, Barnett 5th. And some pretty good racing behind those guys as well. Ryan Bell in the 21. Jordan Russell in the 4. And Jeff Alley in the 24.
And Barnett all over the back bumper of Gillis for the 4th position as they come down through turns 3 and 4. Man, you mentioned that battle back there. Good battle between Flanagan. Seeing it here live on Racing America as these guys are tight together heading back into the turn. And the battle continues there. No, not missing anything up front as Ryan Lineum continues to lead as they come to the halfway point. And they hit it right here halfway. 25 down, 25 to go in the R&R Street Stock 50 as the field comes across the stripe and dives back towards turn number 1 here at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park, the Icebreaker, Saturday. And the field all chasing Ryan Lineum, who started back in 28th on the field, has made quick work of the entire pack. Battle right now for 5th spot. Battle's over, apparently. Larry Barnett and Charlie Baldwin's off the pace. We get trouble in turn 3. Austin Flanagan's around. And a caution's out again here at lap number 26. But Charlie Baldwin, something went wrong there.
Lights off on the pace car. We know that we're going to go green flag racing. Next time, here they come.
And it's out.
Oh,
my
trouble
goodness.
at the start. Looks like everybody's going to know. We thought everybody was going to keep going in the right direction, but the 55 of Nick Anderson goes around, and so does the 116 of Jim Sylvia, and the caution flag comes out. That
Green flag as the field gets ready through turns 3 and 4. Single file restart. Ryan Lineum out at the front of the pack. There's the green flag back in the air. We're back underway. And they do. They thunder right back down to turn number 1.
no problem for Lineum to lead him down into turn number 1.
Now we got trouble here. Oh, they were all able to keep it straight.
So far.
And looks like they're all set. They're up front. Lineum's got the lead. Jenden's got second. The battle is on for third as the 24 of Jeff Alley works the bottom groove, takes over the position from Andrew Gillis as they go down through turns 1 and 2.
Lineum leaves no doubt and opens up a good-sized lead. Almost 0.8 of a second as he motors down the front stretch. Jenden all by himself. Alley now has cleared Gillis for third in the number 24.
Alley's been good. Started towards the back of the field as well in that number 24 machine. He's climbed his way up from 19th into the top 3. So a good run there for him. That is tough to do, especially in these street stocks. But right now what is tough to do is even see Ryan Lineum if you're the second place car. He continues to pull away from Shane Jenden. That time there 1/10 of a second quicker as they come down the back straightaway one more time. This time by lap number 30 will go up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so it's Lineum, Jenden, Alley, Andrew Gillis in fourth. Larry Barnett with a good run going in the 5th spot. Ryan Bell is 6th. Jordan Russell is 7th. Jason Woodward is 8th. Jim Goodman is 9th. Tyler Pepin rounds out the top 10. Al Stone hanging in there, runs 11th.
38 of John Porter pulls it in. His day is done here at lap number 31. Shane Jenden had lost a lot of time to Ryan Lineum, but now by the naked eye, he's closed a little bit of it back in as they go side by side behind them for the 4th position, Andrew Gillis and Larry Barnett. Barnett takes the spot over as they go down to turn number 3. He's up to 4th. Behind them, Tanner Woodard. Oh, contact in 3 and 4. Around goes the 21 of Ryan Bell. He and Woodard get together in a complete 360, and they all keep it going. How about that? They heard the next caution ends the race. They want to stay green. And they're doing the best they can here as they come down the back straightaway. And back off of turn number 4, Ryan Lineum again with 17 laps to go is the one out front.
Big, comfortable lead. But of course, he ended up going off on the hook. Ended up having a left rear flat in his qualifying heat. After we saw a lot of smoke coming from the car, we thought it might be mechanical, and he did end up having a flat left rear. That's why he had to start so far back in this feature event. So barring any mechanical issues, he may just be our winner here this afternoon as he keeps on motoring in that number 19.
Thundering back across the stripe, 15 laps to go, and they hit the start-finish line for Ryan Lineum. Jenden has not lost touch with him, but he's not quite close enough to make a mount a charge here in the final circuits unless Lineum has some trouble with lap traffic, which there is a considerable amount ahead of him that he's going to have to compete with as they come across the stripe.
Best battle on the racetrack right now is 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Larry Barnett, Jason Woodward in the 68, and Andrew Gillis in the 77. And there goes Woodward underneath Larry Barnett to take over the 4th spot. And Barnett loses 5th to Gillis. Gillis gets around the 73.
Yeah, they've had a good battle there over the second half of this one, charging, battling for the 4th, 5th, and 6th position over the course of this one as Lineum's into that lap traffic. There'll be 12 laps to go when they come by this time. And the number 19 well on his way as he comes across the stripe. This time by hand, Shane Jenden. Last time matched lap times. This time Lineum a 22.9, Jenden a 23.1. So Lineum a good 10th and a half quicker there as they come back across the line. Cody Tripp going down a lap in the number 23, and looks like he's going to bring it down pit road. And Cody back in the 20th position. So, and a couple other cars now look like Jeff Alley's coming down pit road from 3rd spot. Something going on there. He's going to call it into his day.
Wow, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Give up the 3rd spot. So that moves Jason Woodward up to 3rd, Gillis to 4th, Larry Barnett 5th, James Goodman is 6th, Tyler Pepin is 7th, Mike Vaines. Actually, yeah, Tyler Pepin is 8th, Mike Vane is 9th, Al Stone is 10th. As Lineum picked his way through some of the back markers, no real traffic in front of him to put down a lap. Trouble for the number 11X, Brandon Gerard. He is slow and, in fact, is pulled into the infield down at turn 1.
So Woodard's up to 3rd in the 68 with how this is all shaken out. And he is still about at least a straightaway behind Ryan Lineum. About a straightaway, a little more.
Pretty good battle there, 7th, 8th. Got the...
Yeah, Tyler Pepin.
Yeah, they race out of turn number 4 right here. These guys are, again, running just inside the top 10. There's Corey Fanning, who was actually leading this thing back at the beginning in the number 11. Hasn't been running that well since he had that incident with Ryan Waterman on the backstretch back quite a while ago. He's just in the 10th spot right at the moment.
With 43 laps complete, be 44 as Lineum hits the stripe right there. 6 laps to go. And still quicker than Jenden, 1.3 seconds ahead. Some more lap traffic ahead, but I don't think he'll get to this big gaggle of cars. And I think that's probably going to seal the fate of Ryan Lineum going to victory lane here if he can finish out the final 5 circuits when they come off turn number 4. Corey Fanning slid off turn 4. Racing at the bottom of the top 10 with the number 71 of Donnie Silva. That is actually, Pete, a really good battle from 7th on back, as you mentioned, between Pepin, Al Stone, Mike Vaines. Great battle there to the finish here, as what's crazy is these guys racing for 6th, 7th on back, and Ryan Lineum is pretty much in their mirror here. He's on the same straightaway. That is fast for the number 19.
Yeah, but that's a good battle, as you called it. Pepin in the 36, Goodman in the 15, Al Stone running 8th in the number 52. Mike Vaines in the 85. Here they come again out of turn number 4. Goodman 7th, Al Stone 8th in that number 52. Right behind the 15 of Goodman. Then the 85 of Vaines, Corey Fanning in the 11. They're all racing for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th spot.
Just 3 laps to go last time by. 2 to go right there as Lineum hits the line and heads back down into turn number 1. It's been a good run for that RLS Performance team when it comes to the street stocks at Thompson Speedway. As the field comes off turn number 4, they're going to see the white flag go in the air this time by. And if you're watching on Racing America, there's Lineum right there, the leader. The 19 takes the white flag as they head back down into turn number 1 for the final time.
He's about to put all but the top 10 cars down a lap as he's caught up to that part of the field. As he streaks down the backstretch and gets ready to come around, provided he doesn't have any trouble with these back markers coming around to get the checkered flag. And Ryan Lineum will win it in the 19. Shane Jenden for second in the number 7. Jason Woodward third in the 68. Andrew Gillis fourth in the 77. Larry Barnett rounds out the top 5 in the number 73. Tyler Pepin sixth in the 36. James Goodman seventh in the 15. Al Stone.
And these girls worked really hard to get you back out here for the feature. And was it as easy as it looked coming from 28?
I mean, Richard's done this a long time, and him and Larry, they built this car this winter, and he can fix anything pretty fast. I thought we were done, and he says, nope, gets out the drill, starts making mounts, and he's done it before and proven himself again. And yeah, the car's really good. It sucks about our teammate Derek, but it's a great series. Glad to see a big car count for R&R. They deserve it, and see you at the next one. I want to thank my whole crew, and my girlfriend's here. Larry's a great spotter, does a good job in the shop. My dad, my mom couldn't be here today, but everyone did a good job. Chris, Justin, Junior, thank you, everybody.